Hello everybody, so today I am going to try and show you how I made these Valentine's Day inspired nails, even though I know Valentine's Day is like 2 weeks over. We're gonna go ahead and do it anyways. I drew this little sketch of the nails that I wanted to do, and we're just gonna see if it's gonna translate correctly onto like the actual nails. So I'm using some medium almond nail tips, and I am first putting on the base coat on all of them. I'm not sure if it's really necessary, but I just prefer to do it. Let me know what you do. I am going to cure them next. I then take them out, and the thumb I am going to paint white, and the ring finger as well, just as a picture, and the rest they're gonna be red. So I don't have a lot of white gel, so I was struggling with this, hoping that my white gel would last enough for my nails and like my designs and whatnot. But we were good and we were okay. So I went ahead and painted the thumb white, and then the other three nails red. You could see right here that the red nails look a little translucent, so I'm gonna cure that, and then I'm gonna do a second layer. They cured for 30 seconds, and I'm going to do a second coat on all of the nails just so it looks a little bit better. Here I am putting my white coat on my little thumb, and then the rest on my red nail so it doesn't look super translucent, like I said before. So on the little design that I did, the thumb is gonna have some red lipstick marks, and I tried to do it, but it did not come out good. Like you see right now, it looks pretty ugly. So I decided to do it and draw it by hand. So I used my little liner brush, and I grabbed some red gel, and I started with a little line to guide how the lips are gonna go and fit in the nail. And then after that, I did like a little M at the top, like a McDonald's arch. And then I continued with the other line. Then I started to fill it in, and I repeated that step for the rest of the lips. It took me a while. I have very shaky hands, so I tried my best with these lips, and honestly, they did not come out bad. They came out pretty good. Very proud of myself for that. And I decided to do a second coat on all of them just so they don't look too washed out or whatnot. And after curing all of my lipstick marks, it turned out like this, and honestly looks super cute. I'm very proud of myself for this. And then I am going to do the next nail design, which is a little bunny. So I'm using this nail tip gel that is used for like 3D flower gels, and I am just rolling that into a little ball, making sure I'm wearing my gloves, to avoid any allergic reactions or whatnot. And I placed that onto the center of the nail. I'm trying my best to place it on the center, and it got stuck to my glove, which I really hate. I don't know why it does that. So then I just grabbed a little, I'm not sure what this is called, but this little rubber tool, just to make sure it looks rounded and not too flat, just so it has some shape and body, giving it 3D vibes. And then I used my fingers later on, and then I cured that. Then it ended up looking like this, super cute. I then grabbed two small little balls of the same gel, and I rolled them into like a little hot dog shape, and I placed those on top of the circle for the bunny ears. And I tried my best to place them correctly off screen, but they were kind of long. So then I decided to cut off the excess product so the ears aren't super long, because then otherwise you wouldn't be able to put it on your nail because it's gonna hit with your finger. And honestly, I didn't think that would be very comfortable. And after shaping it and moving it around, it looked like this. So then I cured all of that, and this time I decided to cure it for 60 seconds just so it's cured throughout, because it's a very thick glob. Then I decided to paint it white because the bunny is white. I did like 2 layers of this, and then it ended up looking like that. I went ahead and grabbed a little liner brush with some black gel. I added its little eye. At first it kind of looked like eyebrows, but they're not eyebrows, they're eyes. They're just closed because he's a sleepy bunny. And then I added a little X for his mouth, kind of like, what's that bunny's name? Miss V. I'm not quite sure. Don't come for me. And it looked super cute, and I decided to add some blush, like a little blushing bunny. It ended up like that, and I cured it. For this one, I cured it a lot of times just to make sure it cured thoroughly. I then went ahead to do the other nail design, which is just a little swirl. So I just went ahead and with my very shaky hands, I made the little swirls. I think out of all the designs, this one was the easier one. It was just turning the nail around and using my brush, and I made some of the lines thicker, some of the lines thinner, just so, you know, it looks cuter. I really liked it. At first, from an angle, I thought it looked like a rose, but, you know, let me not get too delusional. And so I continued to do the little spiral, and I added some little gold dots, and that's it. Then I went to the next nail. We're moving on really fast here. And for this one, I decided to do a little heart. So I added 2 dots just so that's like the top of the heart. Then I decided to add a little medium dot like below that, and then a tinier one below that because the heart was going to be a little bit bigger. Then with my liner brush, a little longer liner brush, I decided to just connect the dots and give it some body, give it some shape, and make sure it looks nice and crisp. And then I filled that little heart in, and honestly, I think I ate with this. It looks super cute, and I'm so proud of this nail. And then after filling it in, this is what the heart looked like. Super cute. I then went ahead and cured that for 30 seconds just so I didn't ruin the heart and whatnot. I then grabbed my dotting tool and I used the same red polish and made like a little border around the heart. I'm not sure how to describe this. I wanted it to give like a little, you know, those heart decorations for Valentine's Day. I'm just gonna put it on the screen if I find a picture of it, but that's what I wanted, like the heart to be super cute. And so I carefully went around the heart with that little dotting tool, making sure that the little dots weren't too big and that they didn't overlap each other. And I did a pretty good job. I then went ahead and cured that for 30 seconds. So with that smaller ballpoint, I added some smaller dots inside the dots that I made, but with a white gel polish this time, just to, you know, make it look the way that I wanted it to look like in my brain. So I went ahead and I tried to do the smallest dots that I could so it doesn't like look weird and too big for the red dots. So I went ahead and did that, and then when I liked it, I cured it. I thought that it looked kind of incomplete, so because I felt like it was a little too plain, I added some red polish with some glitter in the center and tried to fill that in until it looked cute, and I cured that again. I thought it still looked plain, so I decided to add some writing. I wasn't really sure how I felt about it when I was first doing it, but I just decided to keep it. I just wrote love because Valentine's Day and love and whatnot. And I did another layer on top of this first layer that I did, so it looks, you know, more bright. And honestly, I like writing words on nails, but sometimes I feel like if I'm in a good day, it comes out pretty good. But sometimes it's like super shaky and it looks terrible. But for this time, they were super small. I was like focused, like trying not to talk and trying to control my hand so it doesn't shake too much to write these cute little letters. And I decided to keep them. And again, I cured them for 30 seconds and then I put them to the side. So for the final nail, I went ahead and did this guide for a hibiscus flower off screen because I just needed to focus, and I did it like 5 times and it did not come out right. So I just decided to do it off camera just so I focus on it. This little guide thing, I got it from like Pinterest. Honestly, the heart one as well. It's super helpful, super cute, just to like make nail art designs on it. So with my liner brush, I grabbed a little white gel and I very lightly feathered some lines. And honestly, it was super, super cute. I like doing hibiscus flowers. I think they're super adorable. And to be honest with you, I am not gonna lie, I ran out of like ideas more designs on this nail, so I just added this flower, hoping it doesn't look too random and too out of place. So I added the little dot for the little center, and I went ahead and dragged it out. Oh, but before that, I cured the little flower petals just so they don't mess up, you know. Then I added some little dots to the top, some going to like big to small on like the top, and then also on the bottom. And then I went ahead and cured that. Then I had to go back because I decided to add some little dots at the little stem. I'm not sure what to call it, but that little line from the center. And so after all of that, I added the top coat to all of my nails just so they look pretty and very glossy, and then I cured it for 30 seconds. I think you all know. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. And then we were done, and I'm so happy. At the end, this is what the nails look like. I would have to say that my favorite nail is honestly the bunny nail. It looks so adorable. I'm so proud, to be honest. So proud of making that cute little nail. And yeah, this is what it turned out, and I hope you guys like this cute little nail set. It's super adorable. I know it's super late from Valentine's Day, but at least I got it out. And so yeah, thank you and have a good day.